Hey guys, welcome back to Doing It All with Jess and M. I'm Emily.
I'm Jessica, and today we're going to talk about 5 things that are keeping us sane at the moment.
Little favorites.
And we kind of want to do this at least once every season. I think it's kind of fun. But first, happies and crappies.
So I'm gonna start with a crappy. As always, my crappy currently is that I've been working kind of a ton, just picking up shifts because I need the money. And because I'm working kind of a ton, I feel, I don't want to say I feel burnt out, but I've definitely been feeling really tired. And I haven't been able to see Brandon, my boyfriend, as often because when I'm picking up shifts at my restaurant job, our hours are different, completely different from each other. So that's my crappy. I just wish I wasn't working as much and I could be home more at night. Hold on. Chonk is being bad. And my other crappy is that Chonk is being bad, but that's fine. Chonk is my cat, if anyone is listening and not watching. Oh, yeah, we're going to be putting this on the internet, a video, actually. So that might be kind of fun. Oh, he's being bad. Oh my God. Anyways, my happy is that today I went to Trader Joe's and it's so folly in there. Oh my goodness. All the pumpkin things and they have a bunch of pumpkins. Oh my goodness. I kind of wanted to go a little crazy, but I didn't. But I did get the butternut squash mac and cheese because everyone says it's super good. So maybe I'll try that for lunch. I got a pumpkin bread mix too and I'm excited to try them. And I just love all the fall flavors and the smells. And I love fall. I'm just so excited that it's fall time now. And those are my happies and
It's the
crappies.
best. Ugh,
I
I'm
think
so
we're
happy for
biased too
fall.
because we're Libras. Because this is literally our season.
Yeah,
So
it's our
September,
birthday season.
October is
Mhm.
literally the best.
Yeah, best time ever. And then like holidays come around and it's also super fun.
Yes.
It's like I just feel like once you get into September, it starts to be a very exciting time of year. Cannot relate that it like feel is starting to feel like fall because it's not. However, I will say in the morning it's been a solid like 80 to 85 degrees with a nice little breeze here in Houston.
Today
So that's been
it was
it still gets to
55
like
degrees this
100,
morning.
but
It was 55 degrees this morning.
I hate you.
When I was
Yeah.
at Trader Joe's, it was like 60 something. So
No, that is so nice.
hopefully soon for you.
I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous.
You'll have to come to Chicago.
Yeah, yes I do. So my crappy, my turn. I have been struggling with imposter syndrome lately. I think I talked last week about my new little drama director job that I have this school year. And it's hard to be in a school and I don't really have an education background. Like I didn't major in education at all. I don't have a teaching license right now. I guess I am qualified because I majored in musical theater and I have a lot of experience doing shows and being in them. And yeah, I just think that I'm struggling a little bit on that side to really trust myself. And I really hope my students, I want them to trust me. I want them to respect me. And they do. And I just want to I guess I just want to be a good teacher. I want to inspire them. And that is not really something in my control, I guess. I can just do the best I can. But just a fun little, imposter syndrome moment that I've been dealing with the past few days, I think. We should do an episode about that. Imposter syndrome.
I think it's
Add
on
it
our
to the.
list. I think it already is.
Oh, you're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Maybe coming to you one day in the pod. But my happy is Oh my God, I had a happy. What was it? Oh, I think I'm getting dinner with a friend tonight. Hopefully. We had plans. But I had a great weekend also. Like it was very kind of a reset weekend. I just like read a new book in 24 hours and chilled, and then we saw some friends on Sunday. It was nice. So, saw a friend on Saturday. It was great. So that was a nice little, I guess, recoup before starting a new week.
Nice. He's being so bad. Of course he is. Of course he is.
I'm
Everyone,
so
my
happy
cat's
to
being
got peanut butter.
my cat is just being a menace. I mean, if I give him a treat, he's just gonna still act crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's hope he doesn't. And we'll continue talking about the five things that are keeping us sane. So, this is basically just a five favorites thing that we're doing. I'm gonna get my cat.
Like Emily said, we're just doing five kind of favorites right now, or things that are kind of helping us be sane when life can be chaotic, things that kind of ground us. We thought it'd be fun. We both love YouTube and kind of watching like hauls or hearing what people have to say about what their favorite things are. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to do something like this as
Yeah.
well.
And I feel like it gets to know us a little bit better too.
Yeah. So my first one's gonna be a book. I've been on a reading kick lately, and I have read 4 books in the past month, which has been wonderful. I've been reading basically all Emily Henry, but I read not all of her books yet, but I have read 3 of them. Probably her first few. I haven't read Happy Place yet, but read Beach Read, People We Met on Vacation, and Book Lovers. My favorite one was Book Lovers. I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. I loved the banter. I was laughing when I was reading it. I think it's really hard sometimes to laugh when you're reading. And so that was something when I started laughing at different banter of the characters, I was like, this is a good book. I really am enjoying this. So we did have an episode on books, but that was on my list and I've actually read it now. So that is my that is my first thing that I have really been has made me happy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna go off yours too because I also have reading as one of my current things. One of my current things that are keeping me sane. It's noisy. Hold on. I love living in the city. So I'm also been reading. I've been trying to get back into my reading grind, but the book I'm currently reading is the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And it's getting so good. It's just taking me a really long time to get through it, unfortunately. But when I work late at night, I want to go straight to bed. I don't want to read. I want to go to bed. So I think that's kind of why it's been taking me a lot longer than it should, but I'm very eager to finish the second book and then read the other 3. And I personally really like the series. I'm sure other people are probably like, meh. But I think it's very good, and I'm definitely really into it right now. So that's my first thing that's keeping me sane.
I guess my second one is a skincare product. So I this is actually something that I got last Christmas and I have just finished it literally last night. I'm so sad. Little story behind it, but my mom got my sister and I these advent calendars for Christmas last year, so we opened them up and they're little like self-care ones. So lots of skincare, like lots of mask and stuff like that. But Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate Glow Mask. Oh my gosh, best. So hydrating. It was not too heavy, and I have pretty oily skin, especially living in a very humid climate. So that was really nice because I feel like sometimes masks that are like a little bit more hydrating are too much for me because my skin is already decently oily and then the humidity in Houston, but no, it was I love that mask. I like put it on my birthday list because I was like I need it. I need more.
On to the other thing that's keeping me sane. Well, my cat's being a psycho. My second thing that's keeping me sane is my morning coffee. I'm a really big fan of slow mornings. I like to sit and drink my coffee and eat something for breakfast and watch a show or watch the news or whatever for a good like 30, 45 minutes before I actually have to do something. And that's definitely currently keeping me sane. I'm still in the midst of waiting for a second job to start. So I know pretty soon I'm not going to be able to have my slow mornings. So I'm trying to take it in and enjoy it while I still can. That's it.
I love a slow morning.
They're my favorite.
Don't have any of those, but it is so nice to have a little routine.
Hee
I'll
hee.
say I think I have a pretty decent nighttime routine. And I think part of that is going to bed as early as I do. So
When I'm not
anyway,
working at my restaurant job, I usually have a better nighttime routine. But when I get home late because of my restaurant job, it's kind of in the
again,
air.
life throws us a loop, especially when you're like when jobs can be like a little inconsistent. I feel like and always changing. It's kind of
Yep.
yep. My third thing that I'm going to say that's keeping me sane, and some people are probably gonna laugh at me for this. I'm gonna talk about two shows. It goes in the same category. The first one I'm gonna talk about is Gilmore Girls because it's the fall and I will usually start rewatching Gilmore Girls in the fall or, pick up where I probably left off a few months ago. And Gilmore Girls is my all-time favorite show, I think. It's just so wholesome and I love it. I love the whole scenery and Stars Hollow and Luke's coffee and I think that the banter and the tempo and of all the episodes and the type of writing that it is just so brilliant and I love it. So that is my little like comfort show. It's like what if people watch the same show over and over again, it's because they like knowing what happens and somebody that might have some issues with thinking they have control over their life and uh, anxiety. It's very comforting. So that is my one of them. And then Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. So good. Season, I guess this is season four?
Oh wow.
Season three. Season three. I can't remember. That's really bad. That shows you. I've been watching it. I've been watching it since the first season came out, and I love it. It's it started from a podcast that they all listened to, little crime show, and it's so like comedy is so good. I mean, you have the greats of like Martin Short and Steve Martin, and then you have Selena Gomez, who's somebody that we grew up with, and just I love the show. It's great writing, great concept, very original. Yeah. So I look forward to. There's a new episode today. I look forward to watching that. Zach and I always watch it every Tuesday when a new episode drops when we're eating dinner. So
Oh, we used to do that with 911. It's funny that you brought up shows for your third one because my third one is also TV shows that are keeping me sane right now. I've never seen Gilmore Girls. Should I watch it? Yeah, I've
are
never.
you serious?
I'm being so serious. I've never seen it.
And
Should I watch it?
yes, start watching it. I will say, okay, season one kind of takes a minute to get into
That's what
because it's
everyone
kind of
says.
setting up the story and setting up the characters and at the beginning of the show there's a few characters that they didn't know if they were going to keep in and stuff like that. So it's really getting into that is and like knowing the backstory of why Lorelai is who she is and why she's doing what she's doing. It does take a minute to get into, and also the like writing of it is very specific. So I think that is also something that takes a minute to get into as well. But oh my god, you hit season 2 and you're like, you have to watch it.
Well, maybe I'll
You have
start
to start.
watching it. But I've seen Only Murders in the Building. I just haven't seen all of it. That's a show that me and Brendan have talked about watching. I think I got about halfway through in the first season and I never finished. But the shows that I'm currently rewatching and looking forward to, I'm a big Criminal Minds girly. I go in phases where I watch it though, because if I watch it for too long, too much, I get kind of weird dreams and like anxiety. So I kind of have to stop. But I love watching it. Brandon literally comes home and it'll be Criminal Minds, and he'll be like, "Okay, of course. When are you not watching Criminal Minds?" Because I've seen all the episodes now too, besides the really really new ones. But I've seen like all the episodes, so for the most part, I know most of what happens in all of these. And whenever it's fall time and spooky season, I get into a true crime phase and like Criminal Minds phase. So not surprised. And then another show that Brendan and I have decided to start rewatching now that it's September. We're gonna start rewatching Stranger Things from the beginning, and we started rewatching it the other day. They're such babies. And oh my gosh, guys, I met Noah Schnapp at work. I
Hey,
forgot about
yeah.
this. Yeah, it was so random. He was in the city, but I met him. I met Will Byers at my place of employment on a random Thursday night a couple months ago, which is really cool and exciting. Why he was in Chicago, we will never know, but he was there and he was very nice. And I got a picture.
Big metropolitan city.
Yeah,
Like,
super.
that's so, yeah, it's so cool though.
But yeah, those are what I'm rewatching. I feel like every time around this year, I just want to watch things that are like spooky and fun. And I'm so excited for October because I want to watch all the Halloween towns and Twitches. And I
Yeah,
think I've never seen the Scream movies. So we
me
want
either.
so I think we're gonna start watching those because Brandon said that I shouldn't be like too freaked out over them. So I mean, I watch Criminal Minds. I think I'll be okay.
I
So
listen to murder podcasts.
I sometimes do. I have a hard time. I watch more like YouTubers, true crime YouTubers. I know true crime is like a hot topic, and I know not everyone engages in that, and that's okay. I try to be very mindful of what I consume when it comes to that. So I watch Kendall Ray a lot. I think her true crime is done very well and not too, I don't know the right word for it, but I think she does a really good job of making sure that like the victims and the families involved are like protected, and she doesn't ever show like the graphic pictures or anything of that nature. So I really like Kendall Ray's videos. She does a good job of keeping it appropriate and without
Yeah.
being too, yeah. I
I
like
really like I really like Bailey Sarian. She'll
Oh, I
like
like
do her
hers too.
makeup
Yeah. She
and
does a lot of
she's
history
really
too.
funny. Yeah, she keeps it kind of like lighthearted and really great. So I really like her. She's a very good storyteller. So,
Hmm.
okay, I'm gonna talk about my coffee order because this is the thing, y'all. Getting a little bevy when you leave the house is just key to a good day sometimes. And you know what? In this economy, I'm not going to be saving a ton of money at the end of the day. It's going to be impossible to buy a house. So, might as well get the coffee. I'm going to talk about 3 different coffee places. My first one is Starbucks. Duh, had to. My current order has been iced espresso, blonde shots. I do 1 pump of vanilla, light caramel drizzle, and a light splash of half and half. And if I'm really feeling the need to get even more hype, I get ristretto shots,
What's that?
which are a little there's not as much water. If I
Oh,
remember correctly,
okay.
there's not as much like water to pull the shots.
Gotcha.
So they're more like concentrated, I guess.
Yeah, that makes
If
sense.
I remember correct, if I'm remembering right. Used to be a barista, so. My Dunkin' order has never changed ever, not once. It's medium iced coffee with caramel and two creams.
Me. I get the exact same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Exact same.
And you know what? I've been getting Dunkin' a lot lately, and it's always slapped. You know, sometimes Dunkin' can be like hit or miss.
I got Dunkin' the other day, but I was trying to try something new and it did not slap, and I was really sad. But I wanted Starbucks, and the Starbucks I wanted to go to was closed. So I think that's probably more so why it didn't slap. But no, I totally feel you.
And then coffee order that I'll get at this little. It's not a little shop. It's like kind of become a chain in Houston. They might have it other places. I have no idea. But it's called Common Bond, and they have really good pastries also. But I always get an iced latte with oat milk, part lavender, part vanilla, and it's so good. And I make it a lot at home now because we do have an espresso machine and I have lavender and vanilla syrup. So I
Ugh,
will say I ended up making that more at home.
I want
But
an espresso
sometimes you just need a
so bad.
little run. So I wish I used it more, but
I want.
anyway, those are my coffee orders. If you'd like to me to write them down for you and you want even more, I got you. I worked at Starbucks, so I know the tea.
My next thing is not coffee orders, but I'm also a coffee girly. I'll save that maybe for the next time. But my next one is my current fave fall scent that is in my house warming. My mom is part of a lovely little MLM. Still support her though. But she sells Scentsy, and I'm sure some people are like, no MLMs. And I'm like, whatever, mom, do whatever makes your heart happy. And low key, some of their stuff smells so good. I hate admitting that it smells so delicious, but it's so nice too because I don't have to. I mean, I love a good candle moment, the wick burning. It looks so beautiful, but I can leave my warmer on all day and not worry about it. And the apple butter frosting scent, oh my God, it smells so good because it kind of smells like an apple dessert. And it's the perfect kind of like scent to go into fall without being too pumpkiny or like too fall-y, if that makes sense. Like the apple is just
Good
enough.
transition.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
smells so good.
it's
And
a good September.
yes, it smells so good. So if anyone wants some Scentsy, let me know. I'll give you my mother's link. The apple butter frosting is definitely my favorite. I did just order a few more, so we'll see if any of the new scents smell as good. But I love that one for fall. It smells so good.
What's that? I actually just got one of those little warmers, but I just get my little packs at HEB or Target.
Oh
But I
yeah,
have really like.
I
Maybe
guess
I'll
there's
message your mom.
different ones. I can send you my mom's link. It smells really good, and you do have to like switch it out kind of frequently though. So I've been trying to switch it out every few days because I guess our noses, when you're letting something like run like that all day, our noses assimilate the scent. So like after a while, we just don't really smell it anymore. So you should
That
like
makes sense.
switch out your like if you're warming wax, I guess, you should like switch it out every few days, which is
That
interesting.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. My final one. I'm gonna talk about an album that has been out for a while, but it's all about comfort and things that are keeping us sane right now. So, big Swifty here. And I will say Folklore is a comfort album for me, 100%. But, and I like Folklore more, but I've been listening to Evermore so much lately. And I think part of it is like Evermore, I associate fall a little bit more with Evermore.
Hmm.
And so I think that's kind of why I'm listening to it a little bit more. But yeah, it's just, something about it, really. Queen Tay, like she,
Okay.
yeah. So that's been keeping me happy on my drives and my early mornings before I actually get some bops going for the members. Like blasting Evermore in the studio before everyone walks in.
Honestly, whatever keeps you happy and keeps you sane. My last one is it's like a skincare thingy. I have two right now. My first one is oh my goodness, I don't know the brand. Now I'm forgetting the brand, but it's the shave oil. I'm about to look it up for all of you listening or watching, who knows. But it's a shave oil and oh my goodness, I have the vanilla scent of it and I just like shave oil so much more. Oh, it's Tree Hut. The Tree Hut shave oil, the vanilla scent. I love the shave oils way more than shaving cream. I feel like they last so much longer. I feel like they make my legs so much smoother and they smell so much better. Love the shave oil. Shaved my legs the other day. It was a great experience. And then my other like skincare thing, this is kind of going into a sixth thing, but it's under skincare, it's fine. Aquaphor saves my freaking life, okay? My eczema on my stupid eyes have been really bad recently, and Aquaphor just really, really. Aquaphor, can you sponsor us, please? Because
I do love that.
I
At
love you.
Aquaphor.
Same with
I
their
love
chapstick things, but just the regular Aquaphor. I put it on in the morning. I put it on at night. I put it on in the middle of the day because my eczema's just been really bad. Probably because the weather keeps changing and all that stuff. But Aquaphor, I love you. Anyways,
them.
that's all I got. My
Yay!
five-ish, six-ish. Wow, words keeping me sane.
Yeah, love it. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We'll see y'all, or I guess see y'all because we're going to be putting these actual videos on YouTube now, which is exciting. And hopefully, y'all will also hear us if you don't go on YouTube to listen to us. Spotify, Apple Music. Don't forget to share
Please,
our
please.
podcast. Please, please. Friends, family, all the things. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.